Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
Now first, let's take this direct integration. If your client or somebody has Active Directory, then you can add it here. Yesterday we saw right. A lot of applications are there like HR system, Workday, Bamboo, and all the stuffs that you can configure as a source of truth. But majority of customer, they do have Active Directory. You have to set it up over here. That isn't I help. Documentation is there. And you can use this. No, I do not have right now any of this on prim objects, but if you have something for a testing one, then I can show you a bit like how to, set it up. It is not that much difficult. But yes, this will require servers, because you will require at least minimum 2 servers to install this Okta agents that can communicate over the internet and your domain controller. Basically, what it will do is it will fetch data from Active Directory and it will send it to Okta and Okta will then put it here. Got it? If you click on this, then first you have to download agent, then do the settings. It's a build user profile and done. And one more thing, the Active Directory is an old one. Old one means it's an old product. Nowadays, Microsoft is also pushing for Cloud AD, which is Azure AD. They are now discouraging. The use of Active Directory means whoever existing they have, they will support it. But over the period of time, they will gradually move them to Azure Active Directory. If you want, you can configure Microsoft 365. With the Here you can see Office 365 is there. This one you can integrate and you can use View as Federation a protocol. This is also an important one that you should read about. That is the important stuff. And you can have LDAP also, but I'm not sure how many people use this LDAP. But it is also kind of same. You have to install the agent and do the stuffs. And there is one thing called LDAP interface. This is a bit interesting because once you have this one, this is like, kind of already there. It will be by default, but using this interface if any other applications like Jamf. Jamf can fetch data from Okta using this interface. Any target system, you will have to provide this, whatever information they ask from here. And you will be able to fetch these stuffs. You can edit also obviously few stuff, Like you want to give Okta groups, app groups, or hepta groups and app groups, both. This kind of thing you can edit. But apart from that, everything is read-only. But you can give this details and they can configure. And you can add also, but here it's already there. Since it's already there, it will not show to add. Otherwise, it will show to add. Then there is one thing called self-service registration. This, if you enable, then user will be able to sign up themselves. And whatever the fields that are required, you can configure here. And activation requirement. Never use this if you are using it for workforce. Never do it. Otherwise, anybody can, come and sign up. Never use this one. And here is a profile source. Whatever you would have configured here, that will come as a profile source. If you have Workday, then it will come here. If it's a Bamboo, it will come here and you can have more than one source. It is not only like you can have only one source. You can have 2 or 3 sources as well. They will be shown here as a 1, 2, 3. And you can increase or decrease the priority for them. But my advice are don't make it complicated. Try to keep only one source of truth or only one profile source. That will make your life easy. These are kind of, some suggestions from me that will make your day-to-day life easy. And this is Profile Editor. When you configure a source, you will be able to see here. And for each application also, you will be able to see the profile mappings. This is for an example default one, which is Okta. Here, you will be able to see all the attributes that comes as by default. Gotcha. But some of them you can configure on your own, which is called custom. For an example, generally it will cover all the first name, last name and title and all the stuffs address, preferred language, time zone and all stuffs are there. But let's say here is division and department is there. But team is not there. I want a team specially. I can create attribute called team. Variable name also team. If I want to add description, if I want to enumerated list, that user have to select from something, then I can put it that way. Otherwise nothing. And if I want to keep unique, then it's otherwise, like if you are generating some number, then you can put here to keep it unique. Otherwise, keep it like this and attribute length. I don't give it anything. It can be anything, or maybe let's say maximum. I will put 15 characters. Team name can be you. If I put this required, then until and unless I don't, provide this value for users won't be created. Never keep it required as far as possible. Minimum I will have to go give 4 characters. Now this is added as a custom attribute. Now if I go, this is based in Okta. You can do it for all day for another apps as well. Sorry, this is the source profile editor. And you can do mappings as well. For an example, let's say this is an app. What Okta will send to user and what? Maybe this is not a good one. Maybe let's say this one. Yes, what Okta will send to an application. Here you can configure for an example. Here formatted is the right. I can choose anything from the, let's say I want to pass title as a formatted. And apply the mapping. It will map, it will do for all the users for this app. It will send those details. You might have to configure extra attributes for that and then send it. This is Google Workspace. The roles. What should I give for roles? Maybe I will set up a title. Whatever the user title have, that will go as a role. This is example. Actually, don't do that like that. And be very careful when you are doing this. Not like this. Yes, this one. Every month, Okta will release some features. For an example, October month. First, they will release in this preview one. They will observe if there is any instability, is there or not. Any bugs, is there or not. And then they will release it to production. And then there will be some early access features. For an example, this one or this one. Some of early access feature will be in the preview tenant. Therein you can test those features. Give your feedback. And then once it is available for production, you can use them. Why I am? You might be thinking like this guy is making more stories. But why I am saying this is because it is very important whenever you join any client or organization. Do your all R&D work in preview or sandbox tenant. In a production, never change anything until and unless you have tested it in a preview one. That will help you and save you a lot of hours because I have seen people directly researching and making changes in production. And then everything is boom. Life is hell. That is why I like to spend by 5 to 10 minutes to explain you that why you should not be, doing this changes directly. This mapping changes directly to production. Try to do as much as you can in this one. First, once you are confident enough, then you can, work on, some stuffs. But before that, never do it. We covered the almost directory one. I will take one topic, this one which is very important. That is called domain. I got this one from some friend. What he has done is a custom URL. Any user can create this kind of URL and push your users. Hey, click on this octapepsiquad.com and get $25 of Netflix voucher like that. Alright. Always important. Whatever organization you work, at least have one custom domain. By default, it will be company Okta.com. Convince them to keep Okta company.com. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.